What's going on, guys? It's your boy Chris Cage coming at you 2 times back with another weekly race video. I have decided to keep this down and backtrack up for this week's weekly race video, which is going to be another edition of Realistic versus Fantasy. I'm pretty sure at this point, I think maybe I should have a playlist called Realistic versus Fantasy. And I'll have to search through my videos and try to find any and all weekly races that have realistic versus fantasy implications. So I might do that, or maybe I might not. You never know. Today we're gonna be racing 15 of each. 15 realistic cars, 15 fantasy cars, in a very classical battle of realistic versus fantasy. There will be an unlimited amount of rounds, and as soon as one side of cars is eliminated, the other side, with either one or more cars remaining, are declared the winners. Now it's time to get it on and start the Realistic versus Fantasy weekly race. Alright, it's time now for the first round. Fantasy cars are in the leftmost lane to the camera, and the rightmost lane are realistic cars. Rev Rod gets the win. Alright, here are the next two. And somebody commented on one of my down and back race videos where they said that there should be a light over there. So I actually have some light shining near the turn area. Let's see if that'll help. Either that, or I'll have to invest in under the camera over there. But a realistic car has just won the race. The '69 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Alright, y'all, here are the next two. Oh, I thought for a second that was a Nismo 400R. I'm about to say, did Hot Wheels really make that? But no. The winner is Rigger Motor. Here are the next two. I love that Aston, by the way. I have Forza Horizon 4 I'm on the TV right now, and I still do not have that in the game. Here's Bone Shaker, and take a look. Yep, made in Indonesia. I will keep on saying this until it's no longer true, but you'll have to pick up 5-pack cars. Not scalp them, but pick them up. Because these cars made in Indonesia are seriously fast. Bone Shaker is your winner. Alright, fantasy cars have a bit of a lead here, so it's time to see if the real cars can get it going. Anybody a fan of pink cars? Because if you are, this pink truck manga has got the win. Alright guys, we're bringing out the heavies here. Let's see if the 308 has what it takes to beat out one of my favorite fantasy cars of the new decade. Even though Boulevard Bruiser is the best, but this is one of few of my favorites. Yep, he got it. See you later, T-Great. Alright, here are the next two. I had to grab quite a few of the Rapid Responder because I know that's a great downhill car. Or vehicle. Rapid Responder gets the win. Here are the next two. The TN version of the Honda S2000 gets the win. Here are the next group of two. Well, an Indonesia car got beat out by a Hot Wheels All-Out former finalist in the Hyundai Tiburon. Alright, here are the next two. I still don't know to this day the reason why Toyotas are gone, but the Pikes Peak Tacoma gets the win. Alright, here are the next two, and this should be a crazy race here. Even with the FTE wheels, the Pocket Bikester was no match for the winner, which is the Millennium Falcon, which relies only on, I think it's hyperpower or hyperdrive or whatever it is in Star Wars. Alright, here are the next two. Diesel Boy. Alright guys, here are the next two. That shiny Solar Reflex is going to get the win. We're coming down to the second to the last group of two. Here's the first chase piece of the Series 4 Mushy models. Bone Shaker getting the win. Here we are. This is the final two. One of these two are going to move on to the next round. Baseline. As I forgot to take this guy out of here. Both these realistic cars have failed, so they're no longer here. But Baseline gotten the win. Gonna go all the way and join his brethren of fantasy vehicles. So here's how round number 2 is gonna look like. Shouldn't be that much of a biggie. All I have is a 3-car advantage. And besides, these are fast cars. But some of these could be faster, so you never know. It's time to see what will happen in round 2 when it's coming up right now. Time for round number 2. Here are the first two, ironically speaking. And just like that, Realistix took out a fantasy casting, which means Rev Rod is out and the Mustang is in. Okay guys, next two. And these are former Blackwall castings, by the way. Obviously they do not have the wheels, but they are castings that used to have those wheels beforehand. I kind of knew who was going to win. The Ferrari 308. Alright, here are the next two. Might I mention, there are 2 other Indonesian Hot Wheels castings in the fantasy side of things. So, realistic cars are going to be in for a tough race in round 2. Because Bone Shaker got the win. Here we go, next two. The Tiburon got the win. Let's see if Rapid Responder has what it takes to beat out the Pikes Peak Tacoma. Wow, just by a couple, or just by somewhat of an inch, Rapid Responder has beat out an FTE casting. Alright, next two. This is their fast car, so looks like Realistix are safe for right now, until he gets to another one of those Indonesian Hot Wheels cars. Due to the abundance of real cars advancing, we have to loop them in together. So whatever happens here might dwindle their chances down. Let's see if he has what. Let's see if Mustang has what it takes to beat out Solar Reflex. Just like that, Fantasy Cars has eliminated another real casting. The second to the last Fantasy Car is on the track, and it's taking on the Ferrari 308. Oh, he smoked him. 308 just smoked him. Here is the last Fantasy Car that is going to be racing, and it's going to take on the Hyundai Tiburon. Wow, a former Hot Wheels All-Out finalist is out of here. Baseline moves on. Move this over here. So here is how the third round is going to look like. There we see the only two vehicles left are the Ferrari 308, aka Racebait 308, and the Millennium Falcon. But they have to beat 1, 2, 3 cars that are made in Indonesia, as well as a fast Solar Reflex. The third round is coming up next. Yeah, buddy! It's time for the third round. Oh! Whoa! I actually thought the 308 was going to get it there. You know what? I might have to look at this one again, because I think the 308 got it. I don't know. After reviewing the tape, the ruling on the track stands as Bone Shaker has crossed the line first. The Ferrari 308 needed a little bit shorter amount of track in order to conquer the Bone Shaker. But man, was that really close. That was a major effort by a Ferrari casting that I've ever seen in a while. So yes, even though I've already have made my 10 highlights, one of the highlights that I just made is going to get bumped, because this is definitely a highlight for sure. Bone Shaker moves on, and sorry for to the 308, it's got to go into the losers pile. Oh well. Now it's time to see the next two that are up on the track right now. That is the Falcon and the Rapid Responder. Oh, I forgot to mention, if the Responder beats him, then it's over. So let's see what happens. Winner, Lane 5. An Indonesian Hot Wheels car is out. He still has these two left to beat. Can he beat them? Alright, he is now taking on Solar Reflex. Alright, he has to beat this fast Indonesian car. But he is also fast. But is he fast enough to beat out Baseline? It's time to see what happens. Alright guys, it is either Baseline wins it, or we're going to a finals race. Wow. What an effort. 30 castings down to 3 finalists. One that has beaten a casting, and then Baseline, and then Millennium Falcon. But the Falcon is a seriously fast casting. But these damn Indonesian cars are fast. If there's a reason for y'all to start picking up 5-packs or cars with a made in Indonesia stamp on the base, this is the reason why. Millennium Falcon is one of my fastest Hot Wheels cars in my main collection at some point in time, until other castings came and beat it. But these Indonesian 5-pack Hot Wheels cars have been knocking fast castings out the woodwork. So, if this doesn't convince y'all to go get out some 5-packs that has extremely fast cars, then I don't know what else does. Because fantasy cars have absolutely destroyed realistic cars in this Realistic versus Fantasy weekly race. Well guys, there you have it. Another edition of Realistic versus Fantasy in the books. And this time, fantasy cars have the leg up on this one. But my most favorite part of this whole Realistic versus Fantasy weekly race was the Ferrari 308's attempt to beat out Bone Shaker, a fast Indonesian Hot Wheels car, in this week's weekly race, and was about this close to beating it. That is the closest I've seen in any race that a casting has beaten, or not has beaten, but has came close to beating another casting. But in the end, as I said, it doesn't even matter because the fantasy cars have scored the win and has scored the W in Realistic versus Fantasy. I hope you like this video. Thumbs it up. Comment down below. If you're brand new watching, be sure you subscribe and also turn on the notifications bell as well. Well, it's your boy Chris Cage, and I'm coming at you 2 times, and we will see you at the next video.